Today is January 13th. The Yankees and Bellinger are giving us a flurry of updates, and we're going to try and find some positivity amidst the nothingness that is this offseason. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talking Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake, BBD, behind the dish. As always, brought to you by SeatGeek, and we've got some stuff to discuss. We're going to talk about Bellinger updates, and then we ask for some voicemails, and we're going to seek some positivity because there are some things to get excited about once you stop thinking about how much they've done nothing in the offseason. I almost opened up with a brutal lie, Jake, but I thought everyone's a little too sensitive for that and too, not tapped in. You know what I mean? People are kind of not watching there's nothing going on in the market. So I was going to say, reacting to Bellinger signing with blank. And I thought that would have been way too mean of a lie.
James, Davis, Ellie, everyone tuning in. Yeah, it depends on the lie, per usual. And yeah, the whole tone around Yankee land, although the Belly stuff, I feel like Yankee fans are in the consensus for the first time in a while that it's okay, seems like it could be happening. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the updates and the timeline. And then, yeah, man, I did an episode of Wake and Jake yesterday, and Joe's finagled his way in. And part of it was because there's a little bit of Red Sox tears yesterday, because just the whole Bregman situation and how that's played out in Boston. And then that kind of pivoted into partial Yankee tears as well, that it was kind of let's try to process this. But things have been so negative just kind of with the Yankees because we haven't brought anyone in. It's the time of the offseason. So
that's Cade.
There's teams right now that are looking at, you're the Orioles, and you're like, oh, we've got two new guys in our rotation, and we've got Pete Alonso. A lot of teams have their offseason wish list. Okay, all right, these are the new guys. Can't wait to see them at camp. We don't have that. It's Kincaid, Winquist, Throwhard currently.
Answer yes.
We think.
I have 5 things I'm excited for in spring training. And I don't know how many of them are real and how many of them are me forcing positivity into my life. But I think if we stay with the Bellinger updates, we can give you the facts first, then opinions later. Here's some, and I don't even know if these are fact. It's a fact that this stuff was reported. I'm not saying what is being reported is a fact. It's just this is what's being said.
This is public information on the internet that you may or not know that we are bringing to you via our friends from SeatGeek, because it's signing season, brought to you by SeatGeek, where we keep tabs on potential moves for the Yanks this off-season. Bump.
Brendan Cuddy reported Yankees have an offer for over $30 million per year on the table for Bellinger. The report is that they have a 5-year 156 offer, which is 30, 31 a year or something like that. I'm sure it
31
gets
and change.
And I'm sure it's not even. The Yankees usually spread things out different ways. But he wants, they're saying 7 years, which is what we've heard a lot at this point. And we also heard that he wanted the Schwarber and the Alonso contract, which was 30 per year, right?
Yep.
So the Yankees are saying, okay, but less years, but we'll go a little higher on the AAV. And they're saying, no, we want more. Now, Bob Klapisch, he reports Boris is seeking not only 7 years, but he wants the AAV up to 36 or 37 million. And the Yankees, according to Bob Klapisch, wrote that the Yankees think that's crazy too, although there's room for negotiation in that regard. Also, it's been reported that the Yankees are open to opt-outs, to get creative with opt-outs in the deal. Buster, my friend, he said that they're at an impasse in negotiations, just
so
kind of staring at each other.
Your first update was from Friday. This update is from Saturday. I think we should keep the timeline listed here. So this is from Saturday.
Yes, and these are, it's a fact that these were reported.
Yes.
But none of this comes from Curry or Passan.
Bob clashing and then Buster only, like you said.
Clashing?
You had a tough clappish in there.
Did
I think things flipped.
One.
Bob Clappish?
I think you went Claship.
Claship?
Which is kind of nice.
You know what? I was in my head, I was trying to remember the book he wrote that I read.
Nice.
To give him credit for it.
Right.
So I stopped thinking about his name as I said it.
Right.
And I still can't remember it. But I read it.
This is your...
What was the book he wrote? Yankee Years?
Big partial...
Cashman book?
He was inside the Empire.
Inside the Empire, yeah.
Partial earmuffs here. Is him? Which one does Clint?
That's Randy Miller.
Randy Miller. Okay.
Now I like Buster. We've had our beef, but I truly like him. But his reports to me, I'm not going to do this because he will get so mad. So I'm stopping there. And then Heyman on Monday said there's a disagreement over length of the deal. That's an issue.
A sticky issue.
Yeah. That's Boris talk. Reiterates Yankees have offered 5 years around 155, but Boris wants 7. Yankees are considering Bichette or Tucker from the periphery. I don't know about that. Bellinger's case for 7 years is Schwarber and Bregman just got 5 years, while 2 years older than Belli. There was some weird update that they're like, oh man, someone phrased it so weird. It was like they're like fighting over what the free market is, like what you base free agency off of. I'll try and find that because that was weird. To me, all of this is like kiss and make up. I don't care. Like these are like the final. It seems like they're dancing together and still like fighting, quarreling as they're dancing, and it's just like shut up and do it.
Right.
I don't care about all this because there's nothing else about any other team in Bellinger. It almost, I said to you off air, it's like they agreed on verbally we agree. Let's just like iron out the last 5%, which in any negotiation with lawyers and agents, that last 5% takes 5 times as long as the first 95.
So, and then the final bigger update today, the opt-outs are getting discussed, which kind of everything you just said. Okay, this is where, all right, so if we're doing that, then you'd like to think we have everything else in place. But it is a very interesting, the consensus right now, and I had this on my couch last night, because I don't know if it's just been fading the fade or just like hashtag dreading the Mets, but like Belli for me, I've also gone into like, I haven't actually thought it's going to happen because I'm like, the Yankees live by their set of rules. The Yankees technically have an outfield going into the season right now. It would be Trent in center, Dominguez in left, Judge in right, Stan at DH. Like that's compared to a lot of Major League outfield. That's an amazing starting point, mostly because of the generational player in right field. But now that we've gotten to this point, now that like Yankees keep popping up, the fact we're talking opt-outs, I do think that Boris and Belli, nice, are in a little bit of a slightly more powerful negotiating area that Bregman just did this to the Red Sox that, the Red Sox, they've got their front office is trying to do like the Patriots way, and I don't think that works in baseball, that they didn't have the best offer financially for Bregman, and they didn't offer him an opt-out, which he was very adamant about, and they still thought they were going to get him, which is like, well, why? But they thought Boris was playing a game, which we know Boris does. Like, Boris said, didn't Boris say earlier this offseason that Bellinger, like, was getting 10-year offers?
He was saying that they got 8-year offers for $30 million a year,
so
which they're still saying.
But that's clearly not true. If he wants 7, like I don't know. So you're having to dig through Boris's game. I think they just got slight more leverage from the Bregman situation, but it does feel that where we are at with what is public and where Bellinger is at, you, me, Joe's, I think all the Yankee fans in the office today are sitting here feeling like Bellinger probably going to be a Yankee, which, again, that's very good. And going into that middle 120 games of last season, how good Cody Bellinger really was for this team, that should be exciting. I guess there is the 20%, 30% chance that this is a final smokescreen by Boris, or that, whether the Mets are involved, the Dodgers, the Blue Jays, whoever else could be involved, that they keep putting the Yankee name out there to do that. It feels like we're going to find out pretty soon.
Yeah, and just looking at updates now, Jack Curry did say, so they are using, both sides are having their people report.
Classic negotiating through the media.
Jack Curry said Yankees feel they've made a strong offer to Bellinger and the ball is in his camp's court. And then this says it was also, maybe this was on Hot Stove. Yankees have checked, that Curry said Yankees have checked in on Bichette and Tucker, but still nothing close. More of just checking in than anything else. Also mentioned smaller names like Harrison Bader and Austin Hayes, which is the second time we've seen Austin Hayes' name come up, right?
Yeah, and I think Bader, I forget if he was in New York or what it was, but yeah, I mean, there's a due diligence side to the job. That is what it is. But yeah, I think if Bellinger were to sign somewhere else and we were doing a Talkin' Yanks episode that's like, what is the Yankees' pivot? It's probably, Bader for a year and an opt-out. It's, and then we find the other creative player on the market that makes the Yankees feel like their offseason can be successful. But, yeah, I don't know. It feels like Belly's come back. I will say the only wild card in this, and we have a spring training conversation with Belly last year where he was super friendly, not media friendly, because we have some friends of friends. Whoops. But is he all about the New York thing? And from everything we saw from Belly, he seemed to. And when we talked to him, he was like, yeah, dude, New York City. This is pretty cool. It literally, and Bregman, part of the reason he wanted the opt-out was Bregman has a couple kids now. Bregman doesn't want to do another, the no-trade clause. Bregman wants to, set up life and do stuff. We saw Corbin Burns sign in Arizona last year because he's like, I live in Arizona. That we don't know, Belly has a couple kids. Who is he getting offers from? That, we just don't know that part from Bellinger. Is he looking at the New York Yankees side of it, doing man, I liked it there. Short right field kind of works for how I play baseball, and I dig it. I like being in New York City. I like that feeling. Or wherever he's getting other offers from, his wife and his family. How do they want to do life? So that's the only wild card to this equation that I don't know.
Me neither. Do you want to set up in New Jersey? Or are they going to, be a road family and then...
Flushings?
Trev never set up in Minnesota for life.
Right. Couldn't.
L.A. boy. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like Jake is going away this weekend. I'm going to Disney World this weekend. Seems like it's going to happen while we're both gone. That's my guess.
Official prediction is Saturday.
And it's also, this is the bummer, and we keep talking about this, how many... Last year the Yankees did a lot, so... we shouldn't get upset about it. It feels like so much energy has been put into re-signing guys.
Right.
Where, as a fan, you're
mentally
energy. I didn't even imagine the team without Judge. So when they signed him, it wasn't like, whoa, holy fuck, let's go. It was thank God. And
we had 2 hours without Judge. It was Arson Judge, and then we actually were at winter meetings, and we saw the Yankees front office looking a little panicked, and we were like, oh,
yeah.
Wait, what?
And remember there was, when they signed Cole, we were at winter meetings.
Gerrit Cole.
And there was a big buzz, it was done. And then there was this, nope, never mind. And it went to a final, it was never mind, it looks like it's not going to happen. Another team swooped in, which is what we're probably going to get. And then 2 hours later, Cashman and Boone walked into the lobby peacocking because they just signed Cole, and we went and said hi to him. And they actually raised their price a ton. Turns out they were bidding against no one. They outbid the Angels by a bunch.
And the Yankees don't like that.
Yes, but they were happy they got their guy.
Yeah.
So, like, the next update is going to be a mystery team. Unless, Beebs, has there been a mystery team? Because the next thing is going to be, like, mystery team trying to swoop in on Bellinger, and then it'll be he goes to the Yanks.
And I think that's going to be an update we get at some point because with Boris Klein, it seems like there always is. And so to this point, there's been, like, nothing specific about any other teams. Doesn't mean they aren't involved, but there hasn't been anything.
Yeah, the Belli teams that he's been linked with from the start have been Yankees. It's good.
Nice.
A lot of Mets early, but that's gone pretty quiet. Dodgers, which is interesting. Cubs, which never made sense because they like got off of him and they have an outfield.
Yeah.
And then the Blue Jays. So I don't know. There hasn't been a ton of those, and I guess it's just a difference from the Bregman situation, if you're someone that follows all of baseball. Like, the Cubs were linked to and offered Bregman last free agency.
Yes. And then it went to the Red Sox, and then they got him back.
That this year they went out and got him.
Kind of weird.
A little bit.
Did they just think they did their move with the trade, and they were trying to get off Bellinger? I don't know.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting how much media, how much Boris is in the next set of updates. And I think the thing that's the part I mentioned I didn't have my head wrapped around another part. I don't have my head wrapped around another part.
Okay. Your head's unwound.
It feels like the years have been very public that between Boris and the Yankees, however it gets done, it feels like there's going to be a clear like media winner or loser, which I feel like Boris and the Yankees both live in fear of that.
I bet there's like a,
you know what I'm saying?
I bet it's just like a Cole situation. 5 years, and then the Yankees say, you want 7? Well, there's going to be some stipulation that like we tap into that. You can opt out, or X happens and you tap in.
Opt out after 3, we can counter by adding the 6th.
Yes.
And,
Opt out
that
after
makes it
3,
the
and
happiest.
if we can counter by giving you the full, 4 more, which would get it to 7. So there's potentially 7 on the thing.
I guess that's with how much of this is now starting to be public. If that first year starts with a 6, it's like Boris got him.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much of the great game both sides are playing right now. But yeah, I from anarchist last week to like let's see how the Yankees try to pivot to like no, Belli was really good. And okay, I mentioned the meme of who is it? Noriega?
I don't know
the drug dealer name. Meme.
Pablo
Escobar.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That he's just looking around kind of sad, trying to get himself excited, which kind of brought up the idea of getting excited about Yankee stuff, which we're going to do in a minute. I think the biggest mental hurdle, if Belli signs, knocked on wood, Trent and Belli were really good last year.
With the best outfield in baseball.
Trent and Belli were really good last year.
With the Martian sprinkled in, getting some hits from the left side. With the best, Judge obviously carries.
Yes.
He had 10 WAR or whatever he had. Yeah. But those other two weren't slouching.
No, they were.
It was like the meme in the regular season was Judge is Judge, and then 20-25 Trent plus 20-25 Verdugo, less than Bellinger, Dominguez, Trent. So like, sorry.
The years
Soto and Verdugo.
Right. 24.
Equals Belli and Trent.
Yeah.
For the year. I think the numbers, there was like a game of numbers going, because Verdugo carried him down so much.
No.
Well, he just hit so many ground balls to the right side.
But you never saw it. You never felt it.
I did.
I think I did too. Do I need to butter knife anything with Trent? Yeah, Trent limps to the stretch a little bit. I don't know. They were both so good. And like Bellinger. Okay, sorry, Trent. Bellinger has a previous track record of doing that. Trent does not. That is. I was like fast forwarding to spring training and getting vibes and hopes up, and it was like, oh, there's going to be a big spring training. Like, Trent's good. Like, Trent was really good. And so you and your Yankee friends are going to have to do that. And, like, Trent Grisham's April is going to be under a magnifying glass.
People can be optimistic about Trent Grisham because the underlying metrics say the results matched, like say something changed.
Yes.
It's still an outlier year when you, like, zoom out.
Right, and he was a real prospect and all that. It's just baseball is a brutal sport. They're like, great players have tough first halves, and if that happens to Trent Grisham, there's going to be a lot of loud conversation around it.
It's true.
Except Trent, very quiet.
I'm trying to figure out the actual numbers on the game I just played. I feel like we did last year.
Can I ask you an off-season question?
Yeah.
How many times, I know you got a lot of free time with Katie and 3 kids, dogs, company. How often are you watching the Weaves World Trent Grisham episode?
The Weaves World Trent Grisham episode? Yeah. I watched it twice when it came out.
Right. Right.
And that's all.
That hasn't come up this offseason?
That's when he got the nickname Big Sleep. It was before the season even started because he was asleep in that interview.
He wasn't there for it.
It's a voice reveal.
And it was good.
It was good. It was good content.
Yes. I appreciated it. But I have not rewatched it now. But I've been watching a lot of media, so that's good.
Nice.
Just cranking out shows, some movies.
That's good.
Yeah, it's all right. Kind of starting to miss baseball. Like searching for what movie should I watch next, what show should I watch next, is kind of taking the better of me. And I like just turning on. And the Yankees schedule is not bad next year.
No.
July's tough, and other than that,
we got a lot of day games, which we didn't have last year at all.
Crazy.
But a lot of, like, during the weekday, and just for you and I, for our lives, we never put those on the calendar, so then other people schedule meetings or shows. So I just went and put all the Wednesday, Thursday day games on my calendar, so I can, my job is to sit and watch this game.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have one last Trent Grisham update.
Okay.
I went onto his Instagram via laptop, which is sometimes it's just a weird view. He obviously doesn't have a ton of posts. Know what you would kind of expect from Trent Grisham, but he is not, and I'm happy for. He's a big smile for a picture guy.
Yeah, big cheesy, like
you,
one, right?
You could picture Trent Grisham being mustached and like kind of tough guy. Like, no, he's got a great smile, and the 2 like pictures of himself and his significant other he has on here. It's a really nice, like, I'm smiling for a picture.
He had his kid, right? Beginning of last year?
Look at this. That's a great pick.
He looks good there. Is that an old pick? Is that
it's good?
new
There.
pick?
That's Padre.
Looks like Padres days, but that's his.
He doesn't post
third most recent.
Third most recent. I love it.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Okay, do you want an update on?
I was talking Trent.
Do you want an update on the numbers, the official numbers now that the season's over?
Yeah.
Of Soto plus Verdugo.
The season ended today.
Soto was. God damn it!
What was that? Your Bob Dylan impression leaking out again?
I said hi to Kev in the office, and it came out as my grandma. He goes, "What was that?" I said, "That was my grandma." It was just.
She comes through you sometimes.
It was just an impression of her. He was like, she sounded sweet, and I was like, no, she was German. Like, no one said that about my grandma. You're delightful and lovely, but like, no one was like, what a sweet old lady.
Right.
Okay, so batting average. Soto and Verdugo had him 261 to 255.
Right.
Negligible? Nah.
Partially.
On base percentage. Soto and Verdugo had him 320 to 340.
Soto's good at that.
Slugging. Belli and Trent won.
Yeah.
472 to 464.
Cody's slugging always surprises me.
824 OPS for Soto and Verdugo, and 812 OPS for Belli and Trent. Pretty
negligible.
Negligible.
For our side.
Whenever you put like stolen bases and shit in there. Defense and base running. Although Soto was Mr. Stolen Base last year. They found a Mets portal hack.
Him and Naylor. Him and Naylor had the slow boy, thick boy hack.
Just find the right pitch and catch her.
Go.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we move on to positivity?
I think so.
Do you want to eat better, but you have zero time and zero energy to make it happen, and you just want something to show up in front of you and you eat it? That's how I live my life. Luckily, I eat Factor. I heat it up. I just grab one. I don't even look what it is. They're all tasty. I enjoy it. I don't have to think about it. It does not ruin my day. Some people get paralyzed thinking about what they're going to eat for lunch. Not me and not you, because you have Factor. And you can get some today and use code YANKS50OFF at factormeals.com/YANKS50OFF and use code YANKS50OFF to get, you guessed it, 50% off your first Factor box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Wow, that's cool. Thanks, Factor.
Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easy with Factor.
Now, I hope this isn't a boring answer or that we've taken Judge for granted, but imagine if he just does it again, like 50 to 60 home runs, batting close to 330, like just him being Aaron Judge. That's what I'm excited for. One of the only things to be excited about, unfortunately, but I think he can do it again and not regress whatsoever. Have a good one, guys.
Why would you
Great
doubt
starting
it?
point.
Like, if you're not positive on Judge, then you're really getting corrupted by the offseason.
Right.
And you know what? I do think, like, what he's done the last 3 years has been so incredible. Like, 4 years, but it was hurt. But yes, so incredible, like statistically an anomaly that, sure, it should regress. Like he had this 2017 first half. I remember saying, like, dude, he might never have a better half of baseball again.
Right.
At like a 330 batting average or 300 batting average with 30 home runs in the half. And he's done that. He's bested that like 4 times now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm done like putting limits on him or like his age or his size. I'm just gonna lay down and enjoy the breeze.
It's special. 3 MVPs the last 4 years. What him and Ohtani are doing for the sport is pretty amazing. And yeah, it's why we get so hot and bothered about the other Yankee stuff, because this is happening. This is happening. Help him. The 1 year he had a helper, they went to the World Series.
It's true.
Sometimes it's kind of basic.
But
Hill Central. What?
What? Jake. Okay. Good stuff.
Good starting point.
Hey guys, I just gotta say I'm really excited to see Gerrit Cole back on the mound. He's the Cy Young winner. He's ready to come back and show that he's still on top of his game, and I really think he's gonna come out and show for us this year. I know we have a lot of work to do and need some more pitching and batting, but Cole is gonna come out there and show for us. Thanks for everything you guys do. Go Yanks.
Kind of a block on Cole for me because coming back from surgery, I just, if you've listened to us over the last 8 years or whatever, like I kind of do that. And you saw with Heel, you've seen with other guys, they come back and it definitely takes them like half a season to find form. Cole could be an outlier as well because he is an outlier in the world of baseball, even like professional pitchers. He would be that quadruple or that next level. He's an all-star. So maybe, but if he gets to form, yes. I mean, Game 5 of the World Series is a game we don't talk about, but Gerrit Cole was about to cement his legacy in that game.
Yeah.
Barring all those errors, that was going to be one of the best World Series games in Yankees history. Hard to beat Larson, I know, but he wouldn't have.
Tough one.
He wouldn't have beat him.
It's a tough one.
So
that's a good one.
Selfish of Don.
Yeah, I think you can still be very excited about Cole coming back. The performance part is interesting just because it's the hardest thing to come back from, and it's every pitcher. Well, it's not every pitcher's first time doing it. But like Spencer Strider came back last year, who has all the arm talent in the world. 23 starts, he had a 4.45 ERA. Like sometimes it just doesn't fully click. I think Cole is interesting because obviously if his stuff doesn't kind of match what Gerrit Cole's stuff is, I think the Yankees will treat that properly and Gerrit will treat that properly. But the other side of it is like Gerrit can pitch. Like, no, this isn't shots fired at Spencer Strider. I think he would give some flowers to Gerrit, too. Like, Gerrit's been through all the battles that what Gerrit has working for him, I think he'd be better to adapt on the fly than Spencer Strider, who's like a two-pitch guy, and you're just going to get some of the best stuff in the world. Even if Cole is, a B-plus stuff version of himself, I still think, I guess that's where I find myself excited to see Gerrit Cole. Like, whatever version of Gerrit Cole we get this year should be an interesting one for different reasons. And, like, I don't know, it just will be fun to have him as a part of the organization and answering questions post-game and not just bothering Will Warren on the bench. Like, seeing Cole taking the field, because I know I know you looked up something before we did this exercise of, like, exciting potential days in Yankee land this year. Gerrit Cole's return before the season would be a top 5 exciting day heading into the season.
Yeah, it depends on where I hope he doesn't come back. Actually, if we need him, then yes, it'll be exciting, and I actually don't want that. I'd hope it's not exciting. Like, it's just additional.
I think it will be, I know what you're saying. It will be either way.
If it's a home game, that's exciting.
If it's like we need Gerrit, that's a little scary.
Yeah. But if it's like a Tuesday road game against the Royals, that's not that exciting. But if it's a home game Friday night in the Bronx, Gerrit Cole's making his return, then yeah.
Well, it's two different excitements. If it's road Royals, that's you sit down on the couch at 6:58 and you're like, oh, damn, I get to watch Gerrit Cole. If it's Gerrit Cole at home against the Red Sox, then it's like all day. Like The Office is a buzz.
The Office is a buzz. Cole day.
Cole world. Can't get enough.
Oh, yeah, what's up, guys? One reason to still be optimistic about this Yankees team is kind of still looking at that AL. It's still not very daunting. The Blue Jays, they beat us up last year. Well, they're probably going to lose Bichette. And so, okay, they signed Cease. Is Cease, I don't love that contract for them. Cease is good, but he hasn't been that guy in a few years. And so the Astros are still kind of there. The Orioles added Pete, which he's good, but are we still really scared of the Orioles? Like, there's still not really anyone in the AL I fear. It's really just the Dodgers at this point. And so we're just a couple pieces away from fielding a competitive team again.
I agree, but there's also a lot of respect you have to give. Like, the Yankees aren't above the Blue Jays or anyone else, but they did win the third most games in baseball last year. Right, only the Brewers
tied with the Blue Jays,
and they tied with the Blue Jays. Like, yes, so but those teams are still around. Other teams are going to get better. Regular season is one thing.
Phillies 196 too.
Okay, so third. That's what I had. Tied for third.
T3. The Yanks are a version of good. I mean, that's where a lot of this, yes, it turns into Yankees first world problems, but we're supposed to be first world. That's like the Yankees brand. We're supposed to be something totally different than what we've been for 25 years. But that's a whole nother conversation that, yes, the Yankees are good. There's not a Dodgers in the AL, but I'm just not celebrating that, because it's also baseball. And what if sports happens? I believe in sports. That, hey, maybe Toronto is actually building something cool, and they feed off it, and they start rolling. You could also play the other game. George Springer went nuts last year.
I will say,
I don't see that happening again. But
in 2024, like in May, we were like, so it's Yankees-Dodgers in the World Series. Like, there's no one else really playing at this level, competing. And it was. Last year, going into the season, it was like there's more people to dance. The Blue Jays surprised a lot of people, but it wasn't the same feeling of like the field is lesser. And this year it's even less. It's even so like from 2024, it's come down a bunch.
Yeah, well, I think 2024 with Judge and Soto, it was kind of like, oh shoot.
Yeah.
Like this feels like something that's different while the rest of the AL wasn't there. Now the Yankees do not have Soto. That the American League feels wide open, but baseball is baseball. That like, what if Seattle is fully a thing now? Like, what if Cal Raleigh is, the catcher version of Judge, and he's a 10-WAR guy every year, and their pitching staff's amazing? Like, Bobby Witt Jr. is amazing. That if he gets a little more help with the Royals, they could win 95 games in the Central. And what did you get at the deadline? And which young player is good? It's the beautiful thing of baseball. And then the other sick part of 162 that, you could be the best team through August and unstoppable. And then you have a couple hiccups and you're out in 3 games. So I can't spin the rest of the AL not being stacked as like I'm excited for.
I think the Yankees should be good. Like, I want to be in a place where I think, yeah, let's judge them on the postseason, like last year.
Sure.
And not hope we make the postseason.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's just the offseason getting into my head because they should be a playoff team.
Compared to a lot of teams.
Like, they have Max Fried. Gerrit Cole's going to come back. They have
Right.
Judge. If Bellinger comes back, like, they got stuff.
There is a lot of talent compared to a lot of other teams. It's where are the Red Sox going to land their offseason? Or do they have another punch in them? The Blue Jays are good. And then, like, the Orioles are an extreme wild card. I could see the Orioles being a very good baseball team next year, or, I don't know, if they get off to a chunky start to the season, they're going to be in an uncomfortable place. So it's where baseball's in the AL East. Dude, okay, last dark thought of the episode.
Okay, because this is positivity
Because I've put this out there a few times. How much more rude would we be being about this Yankees offseason if Jarren Duran caught a fly ball in left field during the 2-game wild card and we got swept in 2 games to the Red Sox? Because that's how we won that game.
Yeah, but baseball happens. There's a lot of stuff across that, like, we gave up games to. Like, I don't want to. I get what you're saying, but you could play that game a million different ways.
It's baseball, but a fly ball off the glove.
Yeah.
After, like, Crochet shoved, and that's just golf snaps. He was awesome. But, yeah, I think our tenor would just be...
I don't think anyone thought they were a playoff team, like, ready team last year. Even though they won 94 games. Like, going into it, we knew that it was going to be... What was the hardest test?
The
Red Sox
pinstripes came out a little bit before the Toronto series that everyone's like, all right, let's go beat the Blue Jays.
Yeah,
like
and then after game 1, it was like, okay.
And then it was like, oh,
never
shoot,
mind, that was our
they're
fear.
good.
Yeah,
They're
okay,
good.
We don't have that.
They're better on both sides.
Yeah.
The way Boone talked after the season about, like, they were healthy and they played good in September. Like, I think, at least internally, they felt
they
were
did.
lined up.
Jazz was like, I'm shocked. We thought we were the team to beat, but like I never
Thought we got
I
hot
didn't
at the
think
right
they were
time.
like, and I didn't think they
weren't the
good.
team to beat, but there wasn't a team to beat. That kind of goes into the last conversation.
They
It
didn't
was like,
play
are the
good.
Blue Jays actually good? Are the Mariners actually good?
Last year they won big, or they like beat like relievers that aren't postseason relievers. That's how it felt like the whole year. Like if they were in a dogfight against an ace, they just had to let that ride and then hopefully get a crack at one of their relievers. They didn't really like chisel away. It never felt like a playoff team. Like a team that was going to
beat you.
where in with Soto it was just like our stars are so good.
Right.
And we got an awesome playoff
Our
run
best
in
players
the
are better
Central.
than your best players.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Good formula in baseball, by the way.
Yeah. How many more voicemails do we have?
3 more.
Get positive.
More positive. That's on me.
Yeah. Brought us down.
Well,
Wear that.
this is Charlie. I just wanted to mention
Charlie.
that if Ben Rice had the most unlucky season in 2025, then I'm pretty psyched to see what's going to happen in 2026. Also, Jazz missed 21 games due to that oblique injury last season, and he's just going to kick some major ass this year. So I know the winter doldrums are here, but, we got this.
What was the first thing he said? I thought I heard him say Fenway, but then
Rice
Ben
had
Rice.
was
Ben
like,
Rice.
Ben Rice.
by the
Rice, that
metrics, he
makes
was the
more
most
sense.
unlucky player. And, if that is true, how good's he going to be this year?
Right.
I know we've had our qualms with those kinds of stats.
I have
before,
qualms
but
with those stats. But he was unlucky, but he was like the most unlucky hitter in the year before, too.
I think he also graded out as unlucky, small sample, but
Yes. I mean, I like Ben Rice. I like his more so than his results. I do like Ben Rice's at bats, and I like the contact he makes because he can hit line drives. I think he needs to pull it more, to be honest. He hits a lot of like right center shots, and I think if he can start aiming to pull, especially at the stadium, and like really pull the ball, then you're going to get away from that unluckiness of line outs to deep part of the park, and you're going to fall more into homers.
Ben Rice is one of the more exciting parts of the season for the way he's played, for what the baseball savant looks like. Everything is there that, yes, if that unluckiness hits the other way, whether that's just how it goes, or I do think there's something to your own level of luck in how defenses play you. And going back to early Gary Sanchez days where Gary was getting so unlucky, and it's like, well, he's hitting the ball to the same spot every time. So
and he's very slow, so he can't
unlucky.
beat out any singles or anything.
So, yeah, I mean, let's see with Ben Rice. He could be one of the most fun parts of this season because if I can't even say the word, if he can support Judge enough, that would be awesome. The whole story of how the Yankees found him, the whole kind of innocent look on his face when he plays baseball, that if he had one of the more unlucky seasons ever, that yes, you will see James, if I can call you that, and I frustrated in May if it's like Ben Rice again unlucky again, because there wasn't a ton of series we walked away and we're like, Rice was getting robbed. I mean, every player has that. Yeah. But it wasn't like, we've had times when we've watched someone, we're like, dude, he's having a brutal 2 weeks.
Wells has the Gary Sanchez unluck, where it's like, okay, well, I can't watch
he's
him
hitting the same ball.
Can't watch him hit the same line drive out and call it unlucky when it's like 100% of the time that's an out.
Yeah.
But Rice didn't feel that way to me.
That's when you bring up the unluckiest hitters from last year, I think our shortstop is also top 10 on that list. And
yeah. Well, he'd be luckier if he had a little more power.
That 102 fly out to the warning track at every warning track in baseball gets graded as unlucky, where we don't consider that unlucky.
No, yeah.
The pitcher considers that I got you out.
Yes.
Every time.
But I am excited for Rice. I wish I wasn't depending on him to be a middle order bat as much as we are. That's the issue. But I am excited to watch him play, because if he's a stud and he's a homegrown, if he proves it this year, then I feel like we're like, ooh, yeah. And I want to watch him get better defensively. I do think they need to bring in, like he had Goldie to pick his brain, but who in the coaching staff?
Tino.
Yeah, bring in someone to work with him on first base and show me snippets of it happening in pregame shows and let me buy into the magic of that.
The Tino Ben Rice day at spring training this year should be electric.
Yeah.
Bat left, throw right.
Yeah, I like that.
And caller, what was their name?
Kevin?
You liked it.
Nicholas?
Charles.
Charlie.
Charles was supposed to be my middle name, but I was born on my Uncle Ronnie's birthday.
So you got McDonald.
So instead I went from Jake Charles, JC, to Jake Ronald.
JR.
Slight bullying.
JR's
in
good.
Middle school. Ronald McDonald.
The Ronimal.
Oh, yeah. Jazz Chisholm got mentioned at the end there, which we kind of had a weird Jazz Chisholm offseason where he was like one of our most rumored trade guys, but everyone's like, wait, isn't he good?
Yeah.
We need more good.
And likable and
a
light 5-tool player.
I did Jakey getting back into it.
Jakey getting back into it.
I brought up the fan graphs, just the best players from the past 2 seasons, the top 30 players. And, baseball, it's very hard to be that level of good. I'd say the top tier is obviously special. It's Ohtani, it's Judge, it's Jose Ramirez, it's Lindor. Within that next tier, like there's guys that pop up. But to be top 30, I'd say more than half the list has turnover every year just because that's how baseball works. Jazz Chisholm was on the list the past 2 seasons, a top 30 F-WAR player that it's kind of a good reminder that it's like, yeah,
His number,
Yes.
his ranks. Remember, we always had when we had the stat sheets in the middle of the season. His ranks since joining the Yankees were crazy, like home runs and stolen bases, like versus the rest of the league. It was like Ohtani, Judge, Bobby Witt, Jazz, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you remember what I'm saying? It was. When did he join the Yankees? Was it maybe August? Or
July, late July, and he was
July 27th, maybe?
give or take.
Maybe.
He was
Maybe.
40-40 first
28th.
buck 62, right?
July 28th.
Yeah.
July 28th.
So the trade was on the 27th. You remembered that totally.
Since July 28th, what numbers am I looking for? Ding, 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 ding. Home runs and stolen bases? Is that what it was?
Dang, 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 dang. Dang, 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 dang.
They don't do stolen bases on Baseball Savant. All right.
But why?
Because they track it by a bat. Well, anyway, okay. Since July 28th, player name.
Player name.
I bet I could just pull up one of those quag sheets and find this faster.
Rags.
But it wasn't something very impressive.
176 games, 42 homers, 49 stolen bases, 251, 330, 816 OPS. Which, again, that's especially from second base. That's an amazing baseball player.
He's 49 steals in that time.
Damn.
I believe is the number you're looking for. 6th in MLB, second most in the AL.
It's just, I get into a little mental conundrum because all of our lefties are good. Their numbers just kind of all landed in the same exact spot. Like Jazz, Rice, Belli, and Trent, all of their numbers landed in eerily similar area codes, which is good, but also someone protect Judge, someone get on in front of Judge.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.,
Yes.
AL second base ranks. He was first in WAR, first in OPS, first in home runs, first in stolen bases, second in RBI, and tied for second in outs above average. That's good.
While getting thrown at third base randomly.
Yes, and our guy Charlie mentioned the 21 days he missed. That was actually to the benefit because he went down to the AAA, watched some old tape, found out 70%
Wow.
is more than 100%
Damn.
in results.
Shit.
Came back and was like sick.
Yeah, came back and was a completely different guy. So we just need to remind him at spring training. Maybe if we go down there and he chats with us, we remind him.
Okay.
Remember, 70%.
70% is 100%.
Yeah. All right. Next caller's name, Linda.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, makes every playoff moment feel bigger. DraftKings has your back with early exit protection. If your player in your eligible NFL prop bet goes down at any point in the first half, you still get paid in cash. Here's the best part for new customers. Bet just $5. If your bet wins, you'll get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code JMBaseball. That's code JMBaseball. Turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Jimmy, Jake, BBD, what's going on? It's Christian from Sacramento. I'm excited about a full year of Cam Schlittler to watch him pitch. And this is something I'm excited about every year. But Aaron Judge having the ability to challenge calls out of the zone. I mean, that's huge. He's going to have another huge season. And he's going to have so many more walks if possible.
Nice.
All right, that's it.
This is why we do it.
That's why we asked for calls.
That's why we do
That's
it.
the shit I was looking for.
Judge
That's going to be so satisfying.
dunking on umps.
Umps won't be able to see see the motion.
Oh.
Imagine if he just
an
really,
ejection.
if he was a dickhead. He's not. He's Aaron Judge. If he was just like
Mm.
right in the ump's face.
See this little guy?
Yeah.
Gets on his toes for Jordan Baker.
I can't wait for Gerrit Cole to challenge one and get humbled because I feel like he's going to handle that well. He's fun in those moments where like he's going to
You had it.
Oh, yeah.
You're
kind of
good.
What? Oh, I am excited for that. Okay. That's good stuff.
Great call.
That's my favorite
Great
of the day
call.
because I didn't think about that. And I am, if Judge, Judge's on base percentage should go up.
In theory.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thought about Volpe challenging outside pitches? That's got to be a no-go.
Using one of the challenges that should be Judges.
Oh, Beebs!
They'll figure out a system. They'll figure out a system that works for the team.
Judge is the only one allowed.
If it's an update that Volpe start wearing contacts in the offseason or glasses, that would move a needle for me.
Wild Thing Vaughn it. Like that. Fantastic call. Thank you so much, because that is completely different than the tenor of like, Dominguez might have another gear, but Ben Rice might be unlucky. That's just like, oh.
Yeah, that's what I was
Judge
looking for.
has that.
Mm-hmm.
He's had that.
Yes. Do you want some other positive stuff that I have, if that was the last call?
Yes.
And like you said, I kind of I asked for some to be built, and I was kind of like moments that are, like you said, Cole's return. Like there's big ones, and like Max Fried has the lowest ERA in the last X amount of years or whatever in all of Major League Baseball. Like another year, he won the Gold Glove. Like watching Max Fried field balls, like that should be a good time. But one was Spencer Jones. We if he's not traded, we will see he's on the 40-man.
Right.
Very rarely you have to get injured. Are you on the 40-man and not appear in the season? So that'll just, it's not a banking on the results of Spencer Jones, but it's scratching the what if itch of like, all right, let's see it.
Right.
And then like find out the stuff you need to work on, like Judge did after 2016, or you're good. You know, whatever it is, just scratch. We get to scratch that this year. So I was kind of like, yeah, that's a little bit of exciting.
Beebus gets his first start of the season.
Who?
It's your
Beebus?
guy. Your guy.
I'm blanking.
Your beat.
Oh.
Your beat Beebus.
Yes.
Out of options, your beat Beebus remains in the org for now.
Okay. Your beat.
Your beat.
And then the guys that like don't, a full season of Caballero being a pest is fun.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to
Okay.
outdo the potential frustrations of him being our everyday shortstop, but it should be a breath of fresh air to have a character like that on the team. And then obviously like McMahon's defense, like every playoff game had a stunner. We know that. That is exciting. I just hope that the game gets filled out.
Did he go over the railing?
Flipped over with his
Yeah.
legs. We stole his shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. I love watching him play defense.
Yes. And then some of these pitchers, like we have a ton of young pitchers. So the trade deadline, if we don't make a trade right now and they take the next step, if the Yankees need to move, they traded 7 relievers last deadline. They have even more in the tank now. And if anyone graduates that they could trade, or, you know, give me Lagrange in the bullpen. Throw in
Keep
100.
asking for that.
Yeah. And then I'm going to actually go watch some Nick Torres
Oh, boy. Here
highlights
we go.
because I'm 50-50 on it.
Yeah.
We need our next out-of-nowhere guy, Yangervis Solarte. Remember his first month?
Sure.
It's awesome.
Right.
I mean, even, I don't know where the prospect or where they came from, but like Shane Spencer's first month.
Sure.
Like an electric debut that you know is not going to last.
Just some fire.
Just
A
some
spark.
like a spitfire. And Matt Carpenter did it. We've talked about that one a lot. Matt Holliday's first half, even
Cameron
Goldie's
Maben.
first half. Cameron Maben had that month of unbelievableness. Giorgella, obviously, that was a juice ball year, so it made it easier. A lot of people around the league did. If you could barrel it, all of a sudden it went over people's heads. Volpe missed out on that.
Oh, he'd have loved that.
Lagrange is real deal, at least as a reliever. I don't know if I believe him as a starter. He's got real heat and nice changeup and curve. He's 6'7". I haven't watched a lot of Nick Torres. He played high school ball with J.P. Crawford, so that's cool.
He's 32, which I didn't have that, But it could
Oh,
be.
yeah, dude. He had a full 6 years in the minors and then went to indie ball for like 3 years, but he just won MVP.
He could become like the fun
years
story of spring training. Like if he ends up being the Dominguez platoon at bat or even first base with Ben Rice.
I'm not saying he's an answer. I think he's a corner outfielder. I don't know if he plays the infield. But
outfield, first base.
he does? Nice. Righty platoon and left if Dominguez, if they don't get Belli. Yeah, I'm 50% preparing myself for like a fun month.
Yeah. Spring training.
Spring training.
Great.
He beats out fucking Dominguez and Jones. I mean, obviously, like they should both go. If Bellinger signs, then yeah, have like Nick Torres on the bench for a month and see what he's doing, and let both of the Dominguez and Jones get everyday reps. Because let's not do 4 lefty outfielders again.
Yeah, they liked their rotation they landed in, and those first couple weeks with Stanton and Judge DH days, they kind of can get everyone playing time.
Stan's got to take months off,
Or that happens.
or they just go
That month's coming.
they just get Austin Hayes, and he's the righty outfield 4th guy on the bench.
I think if we get Belli, that's it.
As far as signing guys, I think they'll want a righty. I don't think they want to run back 4 lefty outfielders again. Boone talked about how it sucked all year.
Right.
Not sucked. It was a hassle.
Right.
It didn't really help. And wouldn't you rather, if Belly's here, and the 3 of them are healthy, like let Dominguez and Jones go get more reps, work on their game before they come up, and not just stash them on the bench like what Dominguez did at the end of last year? As I would.
Yeah, if the Yankees do that to Dominguez, that would be a change in the organization.
Yeah, it would.
So I don't really believe in that. Bullpen weirds me out. Oh,
Yeah. You haven't even thought about Legrand.
top 10 right-handed starting pitching prospect in the minors, though. I'm worried
Glue.
they're not going to change him.
Well, they will for a little bit. Did it with Jabba.
He'll start in the minors, and
That's not the example they want to hear.
Did it with Waka, did it. Price did it. There's probably
Clark.
more recent answers. But we kind of went the other way. It used to be call up your rookie pitching prospect, and he'll help you in the playoffs in the pen. And then it went, your 4th and 5th and 3rd starter will help you in the pen and the bullpen.
Clark and King are the Yanks' most recent examples of like learn how to get outs in the bullpen.
Yeah.
Transition. Yeah.
Severino.
He
Sevy.
did his bullpen period.
Sessa. I don't know if he was ever a top prospect. He had to be at some point, right?
It's the cockroach.
Cockroach. But he also went, like, he was a starter. Chad Green, he was a top pitching prospect as a
Ben
starting
Hess.
pitcher. He went to the bullpen. Chad Green started a couple games for the Yankees in 2016.
Goosing around.
Yeah.
And prospect profile-wise, LeGrand and Dellin pretty similar. I know the size makes that kind of automatic, but
Well, top rail, 4-seam, and then the curveball, too. But he's got other pitches. He's really working on his changeup a lot. Tied to tires.
Mm.
I'll watch some of his outings.
Okay.
We watched Slitler in spring training, and Jeff Nelson said, I hope he doesn't make camp because I don't think I can say this name. And we laughed.
Yeah. Because it's true.
And then he did, and he was a good storyline. Ben Rice should work out hitting splitters or identifying them. That's something that I wanted to say during that call that I was thinking back, and I was like,
It's tough.
it was tough watch.
You Savage did that to a lot of people.
Yeah, but even the Yankees, he did to all the Yankees, but no one looked as lost.
Yeah.
And Gossman as well.
Gossman got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, what's something you're positive about that we haven't said yet? Bednar?
Love Bednar.
Let's get a new walkout song.
Doval with Blake.
Just play some like heavy metal or Ozzy or something that like gets people going.
I'm with the walkout song. I'm not there with you.
I don't even
I think
remember
his
it.
is
It's
fine.
his thing.
They time it wrong.
Renegade. You don't like the time.
Well, that's the Yanks.
As soon as he gets to the mound,
Right.
change the DJ.
Easy.
For all we know, that might have happened.
DJ J Young.
Yeah, right. That might have happened.
Stuff like that
Like after the
changes.
World Series, we were like, "Yo, stop playing Frank after losses," and they did.
Will Warren hype this spring?
I don't think so.
New pitch?
No, because he did that last year.
We'll
So I
warn
think it's
you,
like
shape
it's the
update.
refining of the arsenal, because he started throwing the four seam, which was new last year. But Schlittler, new pitch. They need to get him a splitter or a changeup. They said changeup. I'm excited to see that. He'll probably scrap it. To be honest, most pitchers, it takes them a long time to develop a changeup.
Yeah, there's was that a Matt Blake quote? Like, yeah, we're thinking about getting him a splitter or changeup. We're going to get him a changeup.
Yes, changeup. There's like the changeup profile is better.
Thanks, Matt.
Maybe that means his hands are too big. It becomes a forkball.
I'll DM him.
Blake?
Yeah.
Blake. What's he doing in the offseason?
Hope you're having a good
Ask him,
offseason.
what are you filling your time with
Oh,
in the offseason?
I do. I think partial credit to the Yankees. I think they're in like full gear. Like I think Schlittler's down in Tampa.
I'm going to hang out with them on the 28th.
Okay. Schlittler?
No, the Yankees.
I think we are.
Yeah, at the stadium. Yeah.
Oh.
Teach me some stuff.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
The Royals are moving in most of the fences at Kauffman Stadium by 10 feet and lowering their height. Welcome to the warehouse.
Lowering all fences should be low or the monster.
Right. Rob or not.
Yeah. But what Twins have that high one that's just like, okay, well, this
Yeah.
is, you're turning like a fun visual of a ball clearing a fence, and Cleveland has it, a fun visual of a ball clearing a fence or a fun defensive attempt of robbing a home run, and you're taking both those away for a boring like home run that hits a wall.
Well,
if
it's
it's
huge or not.
the wall has to be not a home run like Fenway, and you can't have too many of those. But I hate where the stadiums where it hits a wall and they're like, that's over the line, it's a home run. Like it shouldn't be allowed.
Happy offseason, Matt Blake. What are you up to?
What are you filling your day with?
What are you filling your day with? What are you filling your day with? Do you need us to hype any new pitches?
Nice.
Bye, Matt Blake.
That's good.
See how that goes.
Sports Illustrated did an article in 2021 ranking all the outfield walls. I think that it doesn't exist anymore because Sports Illustrated's gone, so never mind.
All right.
Why are the Royals that deep?
I think they're a pretty deep outfield.
10 feet's pretty.
I didn't have their fence height in my head. But
10 feet's a decent amount of space.
I didn't have them with a tall wall. But I like it.
I couldn't think of any wall traits of theirs.
Is Vinny going to be excited?
Yes.
Should be.
Vinny and Bobby.
Less doubles. We want a neutral ballpark where if you hit a ball well, it should be a home run. The second they start feeling like they can't get the ball out of the ballpark, they start changing their swing. Oh. Wow. Well, our catchers rake at Kauffman, so this is just going to make them even better. Wells just added 2 home runs.
Both of them.
Bookmark this for
Bookmark
when
it.
we go to Kauffman Stadium.
Homer draft.
Who's the backup catcher? Nobody knows.
Tune in.
Can't go 4 outfielders and 2 lefty catchers again. You can't. It's just too much. It's
a
just
lot.
too much. You can't do it. And have 3 lefty infielders.
Nick Torres.
If you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of your 9 starters be lefties, you can't have 2 of your 4 bench options be lefties.
Don't have to be Stick Michael for that one.
You don't have to be, but I wish I was. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys another time. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Go Yankees.
I don't think they had tall walls. I'm looking at it now.
Right? I feel like we've seen Yankee robberies at Kansas City.